There is no way I just paid $6 for how many onion rings? Bro, what? Does that even count?
Is it inflation? Is it greed? What's going on with fast food prices in Canada? A&W, Tim Hortons, McDonald, you name them. We've seen the inflation over the last few years, and it's getting ridiculous at this point.
Ridiculous!
And that's what we're going to be discussing today. Fast food prices in Canada and the inflation, the greed. It is getting out of control. With that being said, let's dive straight into today's video.
Oh, there is no way I just paid $6 for how many onion rings? Bro, what? Does that even count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 onion rings for $5.89 plus tax. Bro, what? That is insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. I basically paid $1 an onion ring.
$1 an onion ring at A&W. A&W is known for just already being pretty pricey. It's a company that's doing really well in Canada, I guess, like when it comes to pricing, because people are still paying these prices, and obviously the company's making a lot of money, so it's going to give them more incentives to keep raising the prices. I wouldn't even be surprised if every year we see like minor inflation in fast food prices in Canada.
When did McDonald's change all their size? I got a McDouble meal. And I remember when I worked at McDonald's as a teenager, McDoubles came out. And a McDouble meal used to be, first of all, less than $5. It wasn't. But it also used to come with a medium-sized drink and a medium fry. Since when did they do this? Like, I get it. I don't need it. It's how they are. That's not the point. I went to McDonald's, so don't anyone comment about health crap because I really don't care right now. That's the point. The point is that this was $6.50. And I remember when these cost $1.29. I hate this planet sometimes.
Oh my God, McDonald's, what is going on? I remember all meals, they would be a default to medium, right? Wouldn't medium be like the default size for a meal? Small would only be if you're ordering things individually or just be like the automatic kid size. But whenever you used to order a meal, at least in Canada at McDonald's, you'd always get a medium drink and medium fries. And then they downgraded that to small and then raised the price of the meal. So that's not just inflation, it's also shrinkflation. What's interesting also about McDonald's is if you ever want to measure inflation, there's a thing called the Big Mac Index. And right now, the average Big Mac price in Canada, just for the sandwich, not the meal, it's $7.81, which would probably mean, you add on an extra $5, $6 for the meal, and you're looking at average price of $13 to $14, and that's ridiculous. Some places you pay almost $20 for a meal, for fast food meal. At a fast food establishment, $20 for a meal is ridiculous. We should not be paying more than $10 tops for a fast food meal. You think about what the minimum wage is in Canada, most places is between like $15 to $17. So you're paying sometimes more than an entire hour of work to eat crappy fast food.
What's funny about McDonald's is their early advertising was all like, please, 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 just try us. Oh my God, we promise we'll be so good. Just try us. We know that the American average is eating all meals 365 days a year, but like, just please come out and try us. Like 4 burgers, 4 fries, 4 drinks for like 4 cents. Please just give us a shot. And I will say, over the years, they have innovated the entire fast food industry, from their franchising model to the contracts they have to the standardization to even the marketing. Like, McDonald's is a family friend. People have deep emotional ties to McDonald's, despite how creepy Ronald McDonald is. If you didn't know who he was and he came walking at you, you wouldn't be like, "Aww." But it's unfortunate that in COVID, McDonald's really showed who they were. They, like every other greedy global corporation, they do what they do. And we put up with it. But in COVID, as a globe, we had a moment to sit home and question our lives. For 2 weeks, we looked around and we were like, what the fuck are we doing? We had to make our own coffee instead of go through the drive-thru. Wait a minute, if I make it at home, it's only like 50 cents a cup, and then at McDonald's it's $3. We discovered like Jimmy Dean's frozen sausage sandwiches, which nutritionally are essentially the same as McDonald's. These frozen breakfast sandwiches are like a fourth of the price. I make my own coffee and I nuke my own sandwich at home. I save $4 a day and 6 minutes on my commute. That's information you can't take out of people's heads. It's also at that time McDonald's went like, we care about essential workers. We care so much. We're the brand that cares. And then the second an anti-vaxxer got like upset about the glass and the barriers and the safety protocols, McDonald's couldn't wait to rip that shit down. So you care about essential workers, just not yours. And then their greed became really obvious. They had these projection models. They had this plan to grow into like the next elevated burger. They announced they were getting rid of the dollar menu. Your most loyal base, fuck them. We are going to become McDonald's. See, the thing is, you guys are a good burger for $1, $5. You're not improving anything. You're not changing anything. You're just going to charge us $20 because you don't like the peasants that come to your stores. And then came their first earnings meeting where they hadn't made as much. And because they're McDonald's, and why should they change? Because essentially they are their own country. They have their own supply chain. They have their own standardization. There's a reason McDonald's tastes the same everywhere in the world. They've developed that. It's comforting. Foreigners go to a foreign land and they are scared shitless to try to order in another language, but they know they can go to McDonald's and point. But McDonald's came out with, what are you peasants doing? We jacked up our prices, we got rid of the dollar menu, we're looking for a better class of customer, and y'all didn't show up. Who the do you think you are? It wasn't like, oh, you know, there's this global pandemic and maybe people like, you know, bought masks and canned food instead of like venturing out. They were just so mean and so pissed that their $20 burger menu didn't like just fly off the shelves. Then while it was a franchisee, they were giving away all this free food because they are the burger of the Schmennicide. They didn't come out and make a statement about that. They stayed very quiet. So like people took note. Great. You're not only the sponsors of the Olympics, you're the sponsors of a genocide.
I think when they got rid of the dollar menu, that was very telling. You have to remember, that was the backs of the people that they rode for so long to become successful, was the cheap, efficient burger, right? Something cheap and easy, and it could actually leave you relatively satisfied for a meal. It's not the healthiest meal, but it'll do, right? That's really what they built their whole foundation on. And then now they're trying to elevate and be like comfort fast food, which it really is just missing the mark. And I don't think they're really doing a good, effective job at that anyways as well. I think McDonald's, their sales are down overall. They have to keep raising prices now to try to make anywhere near their what they were making pre-pandemic. So the greed is definitely there, and fast food inflation is also on the rise. Leave your thoughts down below about this video's subject, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.